Yo guys, what's up? Gimsor here. Another Season 16 Diablo 3 build guide. This one's for the Demon Hunter. This is for speed farming T13 or running bounties and things of that nature. This build focuses primarily on resource cost reduction and basically making your abilities cost no resource. So what we're going to do here, we're going to go over the gear, then we'll go over the build, yada yada yada, and I'll show you a rift, and yeah. So we're going to be utilizing 6 pieces of unhallowed essence. In Season 16, since you have permanent Royal Ring, a Ring of Royal Grandeur buff, you only need to run 5 pieces, and you don't have to run the Ring of Grandeur. So I run shoulders, gloves, chest, pants, and boots. We are running Pride's Fall. We are running just whatever amulet we have. And we'll go over stats here in a minute, but basically any amulet will work. Nemesis Bracers, Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac, Stone of Jordan, Yang's Recurve, and Dead Man's Legacy. So in the cube we have Dawn, basically permanent vengeance, and really nothing else we could run here. Cindercoat. This makes our resources of fire skills basically cost 30% less. And Avarice Band, this in synergy with a max level Boon of the Hoarder and a gold wrap, gives you permanent immunity to everything except for maybe at the very start of a rift before you kill something, but you will basically never die with this build. Also, the pickup range from Avarice is great for picking up progression globes and health globes throughout rifts. So basically, since this is focusing primarily on resource cost reduction, like I said, we have Cindercoat in the cube, which reduces fire skills cost by 30%. And we also have Pride's Fall here, which is from Act 3 bounties. If you read the secondary there, your resource costs are reduced by 30% after not taking damage for 5 seconds. Well, with this build, with Boon of the Hoarder, Avarice Band, and Gold Wrap, you're never taking damage, so that's another 30% bonus or damage. 30% resource cost reduction that's going to be pretty much permanent. So basically that's how the build synergizes with resource cost and Avarice Band, Gold Wrap, and Boon of the Hoarder. In terms of stats on your gear, shoulders, anything dexed, area damage, resource cost, but ideally dexed, resource cost, and then anything else is fine. It doesn't really matter. Helmet, ideal roll here is Dexed, Crit Chance, Multishot. Amulet, anything that is, since we're going to be running full broadside physical, but honestly the element does not matter. So anything Crit Chance, Crit Damage, and cooldown, or we don't even need cooldown, so resource cost reduction, area damage, anything Crit Chance, Crit Damage though is fine. On your gloves, Crit Chance, Crit Damage, resource cost. So perfect roll here would be crit chance, crit damage, resource cost reduction, and say area damage. On the chest, only thing that really matters here is dexterity, and the secondary is what you primarily want to focus on for the 6th set piece of Unhallowed Essence. So every point of discipline you have increases your multi-shot by 350%. So right here, this is a piece that rolls max discipline, and you want to go for 12 max discipline on that piece. Bracers, once again, whatever element, it doesn't even matter because this build is so strong, you're not needing any extra damage. So whatever you want to roll in these is fine. As you can see, mine is an element I'm not even running, and it has strength, and it really doesn't matter. So as long as you got the crit chance, but these are just here for getting elites out of the pylons or shrines to make the clears faster in rifts. Gold Wrap, just basically put as high of dexterity on here as you can. All the other stats don't really matter. For your Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac, you will roll off cooldown reductions since we are stacking resource cost reduction. So you want attack speed, crit chance, resource cost reduction. Your pants, once again, it doesn't matter, just as high of dexterity as possible. I'm running Stone of Jordan simply because I didn't have any other rings to wear, and this also gives max discipline, so Whatever you want to run here is fine. If you run a Stone of Jordan, it's great though because it's a piece that can roll max discipline. So you're just here for the elite damage and the maximum discipline, and if ideally it's a crit damage, like this ring here I have is pretty good. On your bow, you want damage percent, attack speed, and resource cost reduction. And this is a piece also that rolls max discipline, so you want to make sure that is on there. As for boots, dex is, max dex as close as you can get to it, but multi-shot damage is what you want here as well, 15%. As for the quiver, this is another piece that rolls maximum discipline, so you want to make sure you got that. And then attack speed, crit chance, and then multi-shot damage. And so vitality, for the instance of this quiver here, vitality could be resource cost reduction or area damage. But resource cost reduction, the way I'm set up right now in the pieces that I have, my discipline cost and hatred cost reduction are 79.14. So if you see here, I have 90 discipline. When I vault, it uses 1 discipline and it restores it right back. Also, I can stand here and fire, and I will, if I have vengeance up, I will not hardly use any hatred. So you're never going to run out of resource with this build. So as for what to run, honestly, whatever element you run, it doesn't matter. For multi-shot, you can run whichever one of these you prefer. It really doesn't matter because the damage you're doing is just, it's ridiculous. I run smokescreen, displacement for movement speed, pretty quick. And then vengeance seath, this is for damage and hatred regen. Preparation invigoration, this increases your maximum discipline by 20. And also if you were to ever run low, you can pop that and that'll restore some discipline. But if you have enough resource cost reduction, you do not have to worry about ever spending too much discipline. Vault, Trail of Cinders, since we're running Cinder Coat, which reduces our fire skills cost by 30%. So vaulting basically is not going to cost you any discipline. Companion, Ferret Companion, just because it picks up stuff for you and gives you movement speed. You do not need Wolf Companion simply because you have enough damage. Even if you have poorly rolled gear, you do not need the extra damage from Wolf Companion. As for passives here, running Tactical Advantage for movement speed and mobility. Blood Vengeance is nice because you're basically eliminating everything on the screen. And when you're eliminating everything on the screen, there's going to be health globes everywhere, and you're going to pick them up because you have your average span stacked maximum with Boona Hoarder. So once again, you're never going to run out of resource, so this is good to have. Ambush basically helps you just one-shot everything on the screen. And Steady Aim, there's never going to be anything near you, so you're going to be increasing your damage by another 20%. So as far as legendary gems, I run Bane of the Powerful, Boon of the Hoarder, and Zeiss Stone of Vengeance. And then in your gear, you just run max level, or whatever the highest level gems you have for dexterity in your armor, your chest and pants. And then for your helmet, you're going to run a cooldown, or resource cost reduction, gem. So basically, the build is just make sure you keep up Vengeance, Vault, and just basically kill everything you see. There's really not much to it, and it eliminates everything on the screen. So we'll do a quick run here in T13, just so you can see exactly how well the build does. Hopefully we get a decent map and a loading screen that doesn't take an hour. So already, I mean, as you can see, everything's just one shot. For the sake of this video, don't care about legendaries, just want you guys to see exactly how fast the build is. Not exactly the best riff to try to show off the speed, but you'll get the idea. Everything dies, move on. Like I said, it'll be a little bit slower if you're stopping to pick up DBs, but it's not much at all. get doors and just horrible maps, and it's a little slow, but as you can tell, it really doesn't matter though what map you get, and because everything you shoot just is eliminated in one shot. Even I know I'm a little bit higher Paragon in season than a lot of people, but you honestly with 600 Paragon could run this and not have an issue. And like I said, no worries about cooldown with this build. Since you're running Obsidian Ring, you're almost going to have permanent uptime on Vengeance, as long as you have stuff to shoot at, which I don't right now. But every time you're hitting with your multi-shot, you're proccing that Obsidian Ring, so not a very good rift, but as you can see, it just, you're gonna get rifts like this. It's gonna happen. You can't always get an outdoor map with 15 to 30 elites. But we'll get the boss here. Let you guys see that it'll just absolutely annihilate the boss, and there you go. Boss is dead. So this build guide is going to be posted to YouTube and Diablo fans. So if you guys have any questions wherever you're seeing this video, feel free to post down below with your comments. Maybe you have an idea to change the build up, or if you have some questions not understanding exactly how something works, feel free to post it, question down below. I stream every day on twitch.tv/GimpSwordGaming. We're doing several rank 1 pushes this season, so if you'd like to see that, feel free to stop by and drop a follow, let you know when I go live. And until next video, guys, peace and have a great day. Happy rifting.